Hi, I'm Oliver Husmann, and this is my presentation on wildfires in Australia. Over the past years, wildfires in Australia have gotten much worse. In Australia, wildfires are known as bushfires. In this presentation, I'm going to focus on the 2019 to 2020 wildfire season in Australia. It lasted from late 2019 into early 2020 and affected 4 out of the 6 states in Australia. Approximately 27.2 million acres of land were burned, thousands of homes destroyed, and an estimated 3 billion animals perished or were displaced by the fires, and 400 people died, with 33 of them being directly killed by the flames and the others killed from health related causes after. Here we're going to talk about some causes of wildfires. In Australia, there's a fire season every year, so it's not uncommon for them to deal with fires. The main cause for the fires in 2019 to 2020 were lightning strikes or other human causes, as you can see on this little pie chart right here. This year, the fires also experienced a weather phenomenon known as the Indian Ocean dipole, which the dipole is a climate-like phenomenon similar to El Nino, which refers to a difference in sea surface temperatures. In the east of the Indian Ocean, sea surface temperatures will be cooler than normal, which means Australia got a reduced amount of rainfall and higher temps, which further fueled the fires. Along with those reasons for cause of wildfires, many people are cause thinking that it's due to climate change because for a long time scientists have been warning that this hotter, drier climate will contribute to fires becoming more frequent and more intense, which has been seen during the season because the fire season has lasted way longer than normal. Also, Australia set a new temperature record 2 times during the fires. Some impacts on Australians that the fire caused is that smoke reached 57% of Australians, and that affected their mental and physical health. An estimate directly after the 2019-2020 bushfires, more than half of Australian adults felt anxious or worried about them, from their experience of emergency evacuation into losing homes, pets, belongings, livestock, or other sources of livelihoods. Bushfire-related calls to the Lifeline Crisis Support Hotline increased. SMS evacuation warnings and mobile phone apps such as Fire Near Me app, developed by the NSW Rural Fire Service, helped with the large amount of people having to be evacuated from their homes and tried to reduce the stress all the locals were going through. Another big impact were the farmers because they lost livestock and their pastures. And to regrow their pastures, it is going to be just as hard due to the draining water supply because they're also in a drought. And the biggest farming industry that was affected was the dairy industry due to losing hundreds of thousands of cows. The bushfire season from 2019 to 2020 cost 1.95 billion in smoke-related health costs, and an estimated 750 people became homeless due to the fires. These fires didn't just have an impact on locals and other Australians, but had an impact around the world. With the massive amount of smoke that went up into the atmosphere, it created clouds known as pyrocumulus clouds, also known as pyroku. These clouds were first discovered in 2017 due to the massive wildfires in Canada. Pyrocumulus clouds are rare fire-induced thunderclouds that create their own winds and have self-sustaining vortexes that circle the globe. In one case, climbing to an unprecedented altitude of more than 20 miles in the process. We can see on this image above Australia all the smoke that was going up into the atmosphere. These clouds can create a shade that blocks the sun for months. Some scientists think that smoke could have a similar impact with some of the largest volcanic eruptions. The amount of carbon dioxide released into the atmosphere was estimated from 500 trillion to 850 trillion grams, and that is around double what Australia produces as a country by burning fossil fuels annually. With the smoke being in creating its own winds, it was able to travel far distances to the Southern Ocean, where it created a phytoplankton bloom which was larger than Australia itself. These are all my sources. And then any questions?